We don't create sluggish automobiles at Tesla, you know. This isn't anything we manufacture. In comparison to a diesel truck, this beast has incredible power. Actually, it looks odd to zoom about like that, especially if you're not towing anything. It essentially resembles an elephant moving like a cheetah. Yes, it appears to be correct. That being said, this isn't slow at all. It's quick. It can accelerate and brake quickly. It truly is a revolutionary enhancement in the semi-truck driving experience. Indeed, it's not at all like operating a typical vehicle. It's not the same as operating a truck. You're simply moving 82,000 pounds. Yes, in a lot of respects, it's a technological revolution. The Tesla workforce is still facing layoffs. 2 weeks after firing at least 14,000 employees, the electric vehicle firm is firing hundreds more, including 2 senior executives, the head of new products and the executive director of Tesla's supercharger group. There's an odd development at Tesla in today's episode. In short, the Optimus bot gets an update, and Walmart gets a new truck. What is the real situation with Tesla at the moment? Is Elon Musk just reaffirming his position as the greatest business innovator of the 21st century, or is he going insane? This is a contentious issue with wildly differing opinions, but let's get started. Please remember to support us by enjoying this video and subscribing to our channel before we go any further. Let's get this video started. Welcome to Tesla Stock News. Large-scale layoffs have been occurring at Tesla. More employees were laid off from the engineering, software, and service divisions only this past weekend. These layoffs include roughly 10% of factory workers, a few high-level executives, the majority of the Gigafactory Texas battery cathode manufacturing team, and seemingly all of the people in charge of Tesla's supercharging operation. There is a great deal of dispute surrounding this specific cut. Just weeks before college students from all around the nation were scheduled to come, Tesla even called off its summer internship program. The fact that Tom Zhu, Tesla's lone senior executive, has returned to China, leaving Elon apparently alone in a power vacuum, heightens the mystery. Elon Musk has provided a number of justifications for the layoffs during this reduction process, which has caused some misunderstanding. His words do, however, contain some clarity. According to CEO Elon Musk, the business is proceeding with its intentions to fire roughly 10% of its paid employees. Musk claims that the layoffs are necessary since the company expanded a bit too quickly in some places. However, he stated that in a year, he anticipates that both salaried and hourly employees would make up a larger portion of their workforce. Factory workers at Gigafactory Texas were the main victims of the initial round of layoffs. Elon ascribed this to hiring inefficiencies and duty duplication brought on by Tesla's explosive personnel growth in recent years. Then prominent people started leaving, such as powertrain and energy engineering chief Drew Baglino. Drew was much more than his title. He was regarded as Elon Musk's right-hand man and frequently joined him on stage for significant updates. Many saw Drew as a possible Tesla leader in the event that Elon passed away, but it seems that was not the case. Following these more well-publicized departures, which appeared to be mutual or at least voluntary, Elon told investors that these adjustments were a component of the reorganization for the company's next stage of expansion. Then things took an odd turn when Rebecca Tanucci, the head of charging infrastructure, and the rest of the crew behind Tesla's supercharging network were fired all at once. She may be familiar to you from Tesla's Investor Day last year, where she talked about initiatives to improve the efficiency of Tesla's charging experience, ease station traffic, and integrate additional automakers like Rivian and Ford into the supercharger network. All of this sounds like the kind of advancement that Tesla supporters would be interested in learning about, but Elon's voice changed abruptly. He used these layoffs as an example to highlight how serious he is about headcount and expense reduction, according to an internal email that was released to the public. This is an excerpt from that email. Asterisk, hopefully, these steps are making it plain that we must be very strict about cutting costs and staff. The majority of executive personnel are still not entirely on board, but some are taking this seriously. Asterisk. After terminating needless hires, the company restructured its leadership for a new growth phase and is currently implementing strict cost-cutting measures. Elon Musk hasn't changed his story. At the time of each reduction process phase, each explanation was accurate. Returning to supercharging, this problem has caused anxiety among many Tesla owners. A dependable and efficient on-the-go charging solution is crucial, even though the majority of EV drivers usually charge at home. Elon recently stated on X that Tesla still intends to grow the network of superchargers, albeit at a slower rate for new sites, and with a greater focus on extending existing locations and ensuring 100% uptime. Tesla's decision to withdraw from 4 new supercharger stations in the New York City area that were about to begin construction served as a clear example of this slower expansion. These stations were designed to accommodate the spike in demand from Tesla-powered Uber drivers. Any newly licensed ride-sharing car must be electric, according to New York City's Green Rides initiative, which was launched last year. In NYC, the use of EV chargers has already increased tenfold as a result of this rule. Compared to the normal driver, rideshare vehicles, particularly those utilized by services like Uber and Lyft, need to be supercharged far more regularly. Reliable public charging stations are essential because most NYC residents lack access to home charging infrastructure, unlike typical EV owners who can charge their vehicles at home. For Tesla, this circumstance offers both chances and challenges. The growing demand for EV chargers emphasizes how urgently a strong and wide-ranging supercharger network is needed. However, there are also questions regarding Tesla's capacity to satisfy this increasing demand after the firm recently laid off the entire staff in charge of its supercharging division. The Tesla adventure doesn't end there, though. It's much more fascinating because every day is a new discovery with ups and downs. And that's how Tesla continues to attract more and more investors. However, are you aware of anyone else who is as optimistic about Tesla? That would be Seeking Alpha, today's sponsor. There is more to Tesla's remarkable success than merely watching from the sidelines. With the most recent information on Tesla, stock price targets, innovation, and all things Elon Musk, Seeking Alpha is the one-stop shop for Tesla bulls and those with an eye for finding the next big thing in the stock market. Avoid the lamestream media's anti-Tesla clamor. The greatest online source of pro-Tesla news is Seeking Alpha. Our channel may receive a commission if a customer makes a purchase after clicking on the affiliate links in the description. I appreciate your help. Other businesses, such as Revel, are filling the hole left by Tesla's withdrawal from new supercharger installations in New York City. Some of the charging outlets that Tesla abandoned have already been occupied by Revel, with other EV manufacturers increasingly adopting the North American Charging Standard, NACS. This change implies that Tesla might no longer be the only supplier of charging infrastructure for its cars. All EV charging providers will have to have these connectors if all EVs adopt NACS, enabling businesses like Electrify America and Revel to service Tesla automobiles. This shift may lessen the immediate pressure on Tesla to increase the number of superchargers, but if the public charging infrastructure is unable to satisfy user demands, it may also have an effect on the company's reputation and customer happiness. The capacity to offer dependable, easily accessible charging will be crucial to preserving Tesla's competitive advantage as the EV industry expands. The fact that almost all new EVs produced in America after 2025 are expected to use Tesla's charging technology, the North American Charging Standard, could be a plausible explanation. This lessens the pressure on Tesla to supply all of the infrastructure needed for charging. All EV charging sources must have native NACS connectors if all cars use NACS. Businesses such as Revel and Electrify America will fill this void. Indeed, Revel has already occupied the Tesla-landed charging outlets in New York City. Therefore, Tesla is no longer directly managing the charging infrastructure issue, even if it is still being addressed. This begs the question of how Elon thinks. Was the work being done by the Tesla charging crew redundant? Did a scenario that was changing quickly necessitate reorganization? Or was this a chance to save money? There may be a strategy behind Elon's actions, even if it's not the ideal one. Progress sometimes requires adjustment. We'll just have to wait and see how things work out, because change is frequently unpleasant and can get nasty. A Walmart-branded trailer has been seen being towed by a brand new Tesla Semi. The truck is in Stockton, California, according to pictures. The